You wake up at 60 and tell yourself there's still so much time. People keep saying 60 is the new 40. You feel mostly fine. Your mind is sharp. Life has finally slowed down enough to breathe. It feels like you've earned a long, peaceful stretch. I used to believe that too. I'm 92 now. I was born when Franklin Roosevelt was president. I've stood at more graves than I ever imagined I would. My parents, my siblings, my friends, and 6 years ago, my husband. When you live this long, you become the keeper of memories no one else remembers. Your 60s are not the beginning of endless golden years. They are the last strong chapter before the pages start turning faster than you're ready for, and they will turn faster. I spent 38 years as a high school guidance counselor in Pittsburgh. Teenagers would sit in my office crying over breakups or college rejections, convinced their world was ending. I'd smile gently and tell them life was long. I retired at 70. My 60s were busy wrapping up my career, helping my children through their own storms, babysitting grandchildren who smelled like baby shampoo and peanut butter. I felt prepared. We had savings. We had routines. I had Anthony. I had love. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared for the quiet betrayals of the body, the stiffness that didn't go away, the fatigue that lingered. I wasn't prepared for friends to start dying close together like dominoes. And I certainly wasn't prepared for a phone call telling me my husband of 63 years had collapsed in a hardware store aisle while looking at pipe fittings. One ordinary Tuesday. I was writing a grocery list. That's how fast a life can split in two. So please understand, this isn't advice from someone who aged gracefully and figured everything out. It's from someone who learned the hard way. First, your body is changing, even if you don't feel it yet. At 62, I could walk 3 miles without thinking. I carried laundry baskets upstairs. I knelt on the floor to build puzzles with my grandchildren and popped back up easily. I never once thanked my legs for working. By 75, I measured walks in benches. By 80, I held the railing like it was sacred. By 84, a stroke took the left side of my body, and with it, the illusion that independence was permanent. The loss is quiet at first. Muscle fades, balance wavers, bones thin. You don't notice until one day you do, and then you can't bargain with it. When I watch my great-grandchildren run, something inside me aches. Not jealousy, not even regret exactly, just a sharp awareness of what the body once could do without permission. If you are strong right now, don't waste it. Move, lift, walk, stretch. Care for your body like you understand it is temporary, because it is. Second, your circle will shrink. I had 3 dear friends. Every Tuesday for nearly 40 years we met for lunch. Same diner, same booth. We laughed so loudly the waitress would shake her head at us. We survived childbirth stories, cancer scares, bad marriages, good marriages, and the funerals of our parents. I assumed we'd grow old together. One died of a heart attack, one of cancer, one during the pandemic. Now I sit alone on Tuesdays sometimes and remember the sound of their laughter. It's a strange thing, outliving the people who witnessed your youth. Your children love you, yes, but they didn't know you at 35. They don't remember your first apartment or how you danced at your wedding. Make new friends in your 60s. It feels unnecessary. It isn't. One day you may look around and realize you are the last one holding the shared stories. Loneliness in your 90s is not dramatic. It's quiet. It's the absence of someone who remembers. Third, have the difficult conversations. When my mother had a stroke at 89, she couldn't speak again. For 3 years we guessed what she would have wanted. Machines? Comfort care? We argued softly in hospital hallways, exhausted and unsure. Grief mixed with confusion. I promised myself I wouldn't leave that burden to my children, and yet I delayed, because talking about death feels like inviting it closer. It feels unnatural to explain where the will is, who gets what kind of medical care you'd accept. But avoiding it doesn't protect anyone. Have the conversation while you're healthy enough to laugh afterward. It's an act of love, not surrender. Fourth, retirement will shake you more than you expect. I thought retirement would feel like freedom. No alarm clocks, no paperwork, no difficult meetings. The first Monday I woke up without somewhere to be, I felt hollow. For 38 years I was Mrs. Costello. Students needed me. Teachers respected me. Suddenly I was just Lorraine, standing in her kitchen wondering what day it was. It took me 3 years to feel useful again. 3 years of drifting. Then I found painting. I started volunteering at the library. I began having Tuesday lunches with my daughter simply because we could. If your work is your entire identity, start building something else now. Because one day the work ends and you will still wake up needing purpose. Fifth, healthy years with your spouse are fewer than you imagine. Anthony and I were married 63 years. That sounds enormous, but the early decades were chaos. Jobs, babies, bills. Then came a rough stretch where we nearly divorced. It wasn't until our 50s that we truly relaxed into each other. Out of the final 30 years, maybe 10 were energetic and adventurous. We traveled. We explored little towns. We held hands like teenagers. Then came medications, appointments, slower steps, my stroke, his fatigue. I would give anything to sit beside him again, even in silence. But I wish we had taken one more trip, said yes more often, assumed less. If you are healthy together right now, don't postpone joy. Sixth, pride steals time you can't get back. My brother and I argued over our mother's care. We stopped speaking. 8 years passed. 8. He died suddenly at 79. We never repaired it. Grief mixed with regret is a heavy thing to carry. Being right is cold comfort at a funeral. If there is someone you love and you're waiting for them to apologize first, consider being brave instead. Seventh, your adult children don't need lectures. I gave advice constantly. I thought I was helping. Often I was controlling. They didn't need my professional wisdom. They needed their mother. When I finally learned to listen without fixing, our relationship softened. But I wish I had learned sooner. Sometimes love means staying quiet and passing the bread. Eighth, your memory will fade. It doesn't happen overnight. It's small things, a name, a date, a story you used to tell perfectly. I keep lists now, birthdays, medications, appointments. Write your stories while you still hold them clearly. Your grandchildren will one day treasure the ordinary details you think are unimportant. I started journaling at 78. There are memories gone that I can feel the outline of, but cannot fully retrieve. That loss is subtle and heartbreaking. 9th, you will be afraid. I was afraid of widowhood, of illness, of dependence. Every one of those fears came true. And yet, here I am. I still laugh. I still enjoy warm coffee. I still feel love when my great-grandson wraps his arms around my neck. Loss changes you. It shrinks certain parts of life, but it does not erase you. And finally, time speeds up. After 60, the years blur. You blink and you're 70. Blink again, 80. Then 90. Seasons feel shorter. Decades collapse into each other. Anthony died 6 years ago. A stroke in a hardware store aisle. 63 years together, and then 45 minutes changed everything. I talk to him every night. I tell him about the children, about the weather, about how much I miss him. Love becomes a one-sided conversation, and somehow that's still enough. If I could sit across from my 60-year-old self, I would take her hands and say, "Don't rush, don't assume, don't wait. Pay attention. Say, 'I love you' more than feels necessary. Take the trip, make the call, drop the grudge. One day you might be 92, sitting in your daughter's living room, surrounded by photographs, wondering where the years went. You still have time, just not as much as you think. And if this touched something in you, if it made you think of your spouse, your parents, your children, don't scroll away quietly. Share it with someone you love. Like this video so it reaches more people who need this reminder. And subscribe so we can keep having these real, honest conversations while we still have the chance.